Stacey.
Thank you, Jay. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
I already wanted to launch into talking to you, but we have to talk about the week's news first.
There's so many things.
So let's just get right to it so we can catch up, because we have some catching up to do. Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler announced he is running for re-election in 2020. Yeah, for some reason. When asked why, he said, "Why not? As long as I don't break my streak of doing absolutely nothing, I can use all the same campaign promises as last time."
Oh, Teddy.
All the work's done, really, right?
Well, Facebook is moving forward with its Libra cryptocurrency this week, despite Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal pulling out. However, Uber, Lyft, and Spotify remain committed to working with Facebook on yet another way for you to spend money without noticing.
Yeah, Libra. Has anyone heard about that? The Libra crypto?
No.
Yeah. Anthony did, probably at rehearsal earlier today. Taco Bell has issued a recall of 2.3 million pounds of seasoned beef after reports of customers finding metal shavings in their meals. Yeah, a Taco Bell spokesman was quoted as saying that they have no idea how any of that meat got in there.
Well, in a recent episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kanye West complained that his wife Kim Kardashian has become too sexy and that this makes him uncomfortable. But isn't her sexiness why he married her? That's like moving to Tampa and complaining that the alligators keep bumming cigarettes off of you. You knew what you were getting into.
It's Tampa, where the cigarettes bum, the alligators bum cigarettes. A woman on vacation was arrested and fined in the Philippines for wearing a tiny bikini at the beach. However, witnesses say the bikini was not that small and you could barely see her cervix.
Just barely. Well, Domino's Pizza has introduced an in-store cameras in Australia that watch their employees make the pizza and makes them redo it if the pizza isn't good enough. Now, since these cameras have been introduced, Domino's Pizza has delivered 0 pizzas in Australia.
A second songwriter has come forward with plagiarism allegations against Lizzo for her #1 single, Truth Hurts. Yeah, this is her biggest controversy since 23andMe revealed that she is only 98% that bitch and 2% Norwegian.
She's from Minnesota. It makes sense.
Well, Air Canada announced this week that they will no longer begin their in-flight announcements with "ladies and gentlemen." Yes, it's, they're trying to switch over for everyone so that to be more inclusive. Now, in response, Spirit Airlines announced that they will continue to refer to their customers as maggots.
It's still inclusive, I think. That's the important part. A semi-trailer tipped over in Salt Lake City last week, flooding a Latter-day Saints parking lot full of beer. When asked if they were concerned about the beer encouraging drinking amongst their parishioners, church elders noted that the spilled beer was Bud Light and no one wants to drink that shit. Okay.
China denied asking for the firing of Houston Rockets GM Daryl Morey after he tweeted support for protesters in Hong Kong. They clarified that they actually wanted his execution, but apparently the U.S. is too PC for that now. Ugh.
It's late night special!
Oh my God. Yes, this has been such a power week.
I know, I want to hear it. Tell me.
It's the week of movies. I've seen 4 movies this week.
What movies?
I saw Raising Hell, The Life and Times of Molly Ivors. Has anybody seen it?
No.
So good. It's at the Living Room Theaters, and it's about this journalist, this political columnist.
Molly Ivors, yeah.
Molly Ivors. I said Ivors, what? Yeah, that was really great. And then I saw Joker.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
Loved it. I loved it. I mean,
Okay.
because Batman is basically our cultural lore. Like, we all know this story, but then you think about the Joker, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy because he's crazy and he's in and out of these mental hospitals. But then this movie's like, well, wait a minute, why is he bad? Why is mental illness bad? And Batman and the Waynes are the 1%.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Spoiler. Yeah. And then I saw Hustlers. Hustlers. So good. J-Lo. Not only
I don't
has
even know these movies.
Ah!
Where am I?
Who are you? Hustlers? Okay. Jennifer Lopez, not only has she not skipped a beat, she's gained like she's in her prime.
Great.
She's so good.
She's like 82.
She's 84. She plays a stripper. It's amazing. It's a true story. These strippers get together and they like hustle
Yeah.
Wall Street like goons.
Wow.
And they,
Where'd you see that?
I saw most of those at the Laurel Harrison Living Room Theater, and then
Okay.
today at the Portland Film Festival, I saw a movie that we'll talk about later.
Yeah, because we have a guest who
So many guests.
made some music for that film that you
Scored the
saw
whole film.
today, which is incredible. We have some great musicians, some great stand-up. But first, we just wanted to talk about Halloween,
Yeah.
which is the Met Gala of holidays. You get to dress up in ridiculous costumes, absolutely unfit for normal civil life, right? This is where you get to be the person you're not the rest of the year.
Yes.
And Big Halloween, those big Halloween companies,
Spirit.
they pump out sexier and scarier and more salacious threads every year. So, we're gonna play a game, and maybe we should get an audience member to join
Yes.
you.
Is there an audience member who'd like to come up here and play the game?
And you can win a
Why are you
prize.
pointing at him?
He's so not interested.
No, you come up.
He could not be less interested.
I want you to come up. Yeah, get up here.
Come on. Shetty Kathy.
Yeah, you're the best. Yeah. Okay, what's your name?
Stacey.
Give it up for Stacey.
Lance!
You deserve to be here. And then here's
Thank
your
you so
microphone.
much.
Yeah.
Stacey, are you Stacey with an EY or a CY?
Oh, God, only a Y. Girl, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You didn't have to say it like that. We could have crossed barriers right now.
We go way back. We go way back to when you worked at the St. John's Ace Hardware.
When I worked at the St.
Didn't you?
I didn't.
Oh, shit.
Who worked
Yeah,
at
those
the
were
Ace
good times. They
Hardware?
were really good times, Stacey. I remember them fondly. No, I really should.
I'm so sorry. I really
Did
think
you work
did.
with someone named Shelley?
I don't know.
I have
Anyways,
somebody named
I
Shelley.
didn't work there. I just felt like you worked there.
Oh.
Did I pick the right person?
I may have just sometimes helped you find things there.
You might
I
have.
enjoy that. And I just go to hardware stores.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm like, are you looking for the Y clips? I know
She's
where
a
they are.
hardware store angel.
You didn't have to
What
go that
paint
far,
color
but.
are you looking for here? Okay.
All right, so back to Halloween.
Okay.
Back to Halloween. So I'm gonna give you the names of 3 costumes, and you have to guess which one is the actual product on shelves this year. So only one is actually on shelves. I already saw somebody post a photo in that. Okay, round 1. Which one of these is an actual product? Sexy bullfighter, sexy goat herder, sexy cow inseminator.
Shit.
Which one of these is real?
The goat.
I want to say cow inseminator.
It is sexy bullfighter.
Oh. I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah! Whoa.
It's like for very specific tastes.
Yeah, that's a specific audience. That's what
I
it
wanted the casting call for that.
is. Do you like tiny
Do you know what
ties?
that casting call is? That's someone's body from Facebook with somebody else's head stuck on it, and neither of them know that they are now the model of that.
Those
That's what that is.
panties are so like graphic in a.
Well, the black part is so low. You know,
It's-
like that's the part where it's just like.
It's almost useless at that
No,
point.
it really
Most
is.
men.
That's doing nothing for that guy. Like the black part is just like, why?
All right.
So we're like both wrong.
It's like no, yeah. You guys were both wrong. So it is 0-0.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just keep track of that. Okay, round 2. Products on shelves: pasta primavera, cheesy cheese balls, or nutty Nutella.
Wait, these are costumes?
One of these is an actual costume.
Oh my god, cheesy cheese balls.
Nutella.
Yes.
People love Nutella.
So we got Nutella for Jay,
Cheesy cheese balls.
taken
For
highly
my girl back there.
influential.
Yeah,
but okay. And the answer is cheese.
Wow.
Like it's a cheesy cheese ball if you wear cheesy cheese balls costume. Oh, okay, that's real. We didn't make it.
Yeah, it's a real
Let's
thing.
move on from
Okay,
that
round
one.
three.
Okay.
Cat dog, dogzilla, or guinea pig mermaid? I'm gonna vote for cat dog over here.
I'm absolutely going for guinea pig mermaid.
Dogzilla.
All right, guinea pig mermaid, says Stacey, who already has 1 point. The answer is guinea pig.
As if there was any question.
That is 2 points for you, Stacey.
Yeah,
Zero
big old
for
zero.
Jay.
Big old zero.
And the audience has 2 because both the answers came from there. Okay.
So Jay's behind the audience.
All right, here we go. Round 4.
Oh my God, 4 rounds.
Kids Bop, Kids Edition, Baby Jesus, Anne Frank, or Hitler Youth?
Oh my God. No. Okay. It's not Hitler.
Wow.
I mean, it's so horrible, but I want to say Anne Frank. Wait, what's the first choice?
Baby Jesus,
Baby G.
Anne Frank, or Hitler Youth?
Okay, well, whoever wrote this
right,
joke,
all right,
there's
I'm
like 2 not okays and 1 okay.
I don't actually know which is the okay in your mind, but I'm gonna go with Baby J.
Anne Frank.
Okay, Anne Frank, Baby Jesus. The answer is Anne Frank.
Look at that. This is horrible. Who did this?
I know.
And also, like, how is that Anne Frank? It's just a coat and a bag.
Next year
It's
she'll
like
be
an
color
American
colored.
Girl
That's
doll.
cool.
Yeah, that could
Okay.
be anything.
Yeah.
That could be like.
Okay, let's do one more to
Just
get
the
that
beret.
creepy off of
Yes.
us.
I'm trying to go with her.
Final
Behind the
round, douche
closet,
bro
yeah.
round.
Okay.
Douche bro round. Okay, here it goes.
Douche bro round.
1, a giant arcade game where the joystick is your penis.
Of course.
Obviously.
B, a giant box of wine where the pour spout is your penis. Or C, a giant breathalyzer where the part you blow in is your penis.
Wine box. Yeah. Well, actually, no. Arcade.
Arcade, box of wine, or breathalyzer.
All right. I'm gonna go with the blowing it, the breathalyzer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with it.
No, wait, I'm the wine box. Wine box.
I feel like you
I'm
only
gonna
change
go
your
with
answer
the
because
blow
I
in
changed my
it.
answer.
That's my favorite. And the answer is...
Oh my God!
It was a trick question! But that's okay because you so soundly trounced Jay that you can go up and get 2 free tickets to come back to
Thank you so much, Stacey. What a great
Stacey, you were
audience member.
wonderful.
Here you go.
Thank you, Carson.
What a fun game.
All right, are you ready
Yeah,
for
I am.
some stand-up comedy?
I need to forget that Anne Frank
I
costume.
know, it was really dark. It was
I
dark.
can't even believe that.
It's a sad, sad thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So coming up, we have a stand-up who is one of the associate producers of the Portland Queer Comedy Festival, which is one of the best festivals in North America, was a finalist in the Queer Space Magazine's Outstanding Queer Comedy Competition.
Outstanding.
Yep. And just recently performed right here on this stage for the All Jane Comedy Festival. Please welcome D. Martin Austin.
Hi, how are you? Fantastic, good. My name is D. Martin Austin. I use they, them pronouns to let people know I don't believe in Jesus. But I do also accept she and her because everyone loves multiple choice, right? So, just being a team player there. Obviously, my pronouns are important. They matter to me in certain situations. Like, if you're gonna hit on me later, you have to get it right. But my bill collectors, if they call me, they can use any pronoun they want, and I still won't pay them. So that's a little bit of nuance. I do have a 15-year-old son. What? Exactly. That throws people for a loop, and I get it because you look at me and you wonder, how can such a glorious beast as this have offspring? And I get that. But you have to keep in mind that human sexuality is very complex, and in my early 20s, I owned a futon and kept condoms in a different room, and that's where babies come from. It's okay if you don't laugh, that's just science. Okay. I do have a partner who I love very much. We are polyamorous, which is our adorable way of saying monogamous, but we know our level of codependency is unhealthy. And living in Portland, all of our friends have tried polyamory, but not as many have tried polyamorous monogamy, which is when two people agree to pursue simultaneous intimate relationships and also agree neither has that much time or ambition. So that's how we've settled that one. I did go on a date recently, though, with a young man who tried to engage me in a conversation about his favorite classical composers, during which I politely asked if Beethoven was the one who cut his ear off. And he was not. That would be Vincent van Gogh. We all know that now. You're welcome. I'm a sleuth. In my defense, both had hearing problems. Not in my defense, one may have been a painter, but in my defense, both are dead white men, so it doesn't matter, right? Like, we could just as well be discussing Christopher Columbus or Dave Matthews. The best part of that joke, by the way, is when you all Google, is Dave Matthews dead? But my favorite part is that I won't look it up because I actually don't care. So that's fun, mostly for me. I am actually still on good terms with my kid's mom, though she is kind of an interesting character. After 10 years of marriage to me, one of the reasons she caved for filing for divorce was my ambiguous sexuality. And then a few years later, the person for whom she left me came out as a trans woman. And obviously my ex isn't going around turning people transgender. That's not how it works. But I'm petty, so I want her to think it is. So just help me drive that one home. It's fun. There's an epidemic in the city right now of friendly Nazis. What exactly? I worked in a glory hole arcade. That's where people go to have fun. Anyhow, one night, a couple of my patrons, they were a very lovely, polite, homosexual pair of Nazis. Yes, Nazis. And like they had all the regalia, like skinhead boots, swastika tattoos, white skin, you know how it goes. Oh, and assless chaps. What exactly? They came in, paid for a preview booth, kindly left me a tip equal to the cost of the preview booth, and proceeded to go back to that preview booth, and where I'd take a wild stab in the dark, I would say, gleefully sodomized each other for 2 gay hours. And for those of you who are confused, 2 gay hours is exactly equal to 2 straight hours, but it's used by 2 gay men to gleefully sodomize one another in a glory hole arcade. And these were definitely gay hours. It was very confusing, almost as confusing as Fleet Week. You know what I mean? Like, all I'm saying is anytime I see 2 or more men in Navy uniforms, I'm never sure if they're protecting our freedom or exercising it. Does that make more sense? Those aren't mutually exclusive options either. There's no reason to think 2 or more sailors aren't in fact heading back to a boat to make out or do that weird squeezing 2 hot dogs out of the package thing that's so popular on the internet, but is nothing for me. Nothing at all. Because throughout my life I've given hand jobs, blow jobs, rim jobs. I've run a dick like a mechanical bull, but not once in my life have I ever rubbed a man's dick against my own, because that's just gay. I have my limits. I told that joke once in a bar full of nothing but straight dudes, and they got mad. One after another, they came up to me with their chest puffed out, like, "You've never rubbed dicks? I've rubbed all my friends' dicks. This is how we start fires." And that was aggressive. But what it also goes to show is that the average heterosexual man might secretly love dick every bit as much as I do, and it just makes him so mad he wants to vote Republican, and that's sad. Although I did have a strangely affirming experience recently in a public restroom of all places. I was in the men's room, or as I like to call it, the close enough room. And I was standing at the urinal with the front of my skirt up, like you do when you're a proper lady, when an older gentleman came and saw me, apologized, and immediately walked into the ladies' room. Which I also call the close enough room. And when I came out, he was just sitting at the bar shaking his head in confusion. I felt for him because I also know how difficult it is not knowing which bathroom to use. So I just walked up, let him know how brave he was. So we have that in common now. I have an interesting relationship with my brother because he's kind of conservative, and anytime I come up in conversation, he tries to reassign me a sexuality. And his current go-to has been, I don't think you're queer, dude. I don't think you're queer. I think you're just a weird dude. Just a weird dude. And I don't like to think that my own brother is a bigot, so I prefer to think he's just a weird dude. So we have that in common. I bring people together with my comedy. See how that works? You guys have been a great audience. I'm gonna get out of here. Have a good night.
I'm a fan.
Me too.
I love that, like, it went to that guy, I was like, you're so great. Such a great moment in time.
I could tell by the big, lovely laugh you emitted
I
at
did.
that joke.
Okay.
All right, I think we're ready for some music.
I love music.
And we have an incredible musical guest coming up who opened for the Shook Twins just this last weekend at the old church in a witchy show for the blood moon, right? It was the Aries moon. Full moon on Sunday, this past Sunday. So for that, and is releasing an EP. The single will be released at a show at the liquor store January 16th, and then you can also see more at the White Eagle on November 5th. Please welcome AC Sapphire.
Thank you, Stacey.
You're welcome.
How's everybody doing? I'm very happy to be here on the stage. I have a comedy and drama earrings on tonight.
Nice. Yeah.
Getting in the spirit. So this is the drama portion of the evening. Don't laugh at me, please.
Oh, we immediately did.
Okay, this is called Desert Stars.
you.
I was mesmerized.
That was mesmerizing. I want to know what that instrument was.
So come on back out. Come back out.
Yeah.
It's an omnichord.
An omnichord.
Yeah.
How old is it?
Prehistoric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks it. No.
It's like 80 something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like 85, 86.
85 years
Yeah.
old. Amazing.
Okay.
Yay! And we'll see you again in October. You're back. Thank you so much.
Wow. So wait, was she saying it was like 1985 or like it was 85 years old?
She was saying 1885. Is there? It's a lie.
That was so beautiful.
83. Yo, I should have asked
okay.
Johan. Yeah,
Yeah.
83. Johan knows a lot about synthesizers. Give it up for the Speshies over there. Playing all this beautiful live music as well.
This is such a great show right
It
now.
is a great show, and it's time to take a little break for a word from our sponsors. We need sponsors to keep the show going. And I will say, you take what you can get. Please welcome Bill McKinley and White Shoe and Associates, our sponsor. You can give them a round of applause.
A congressional subpoena. A simple envelope that could ruin your good name. Hello, my name is Milton Whiteshoe, and I'm an attorney of law. Have you, a loved one, or even a spouse, been politically injured by a runaway investigation, a political fishing expedition, or even a witch hunt? Then you need us. My firm, Whiteshoe & Associates, has over 50 years of experience in many legal and semi-legal political issues. We handle subpoenas, emoluments, boat injuries, goat injuries, moat injuries, minority whips, major dads, secret servers, secret gardens, secret children, dangerous liaisons, regular liaisons, collusion, illusions, kickbacks, backdoors, Kennedy shenanigans, Bush tomfoolery, glad-handing, baby kissing, baby handling, force majeure, croque majeure, secret trysts, open marriages, open secrets, secret gardens, gray gardens, Earl Grey tea, laundering, dry cleaning, campaign finance, election fraud, and even the horrors of impeachment. We can tie any of these issues up in courts for years, whether state, federal, or kangaroo. And if we can't get you off, then we'll get you to an island country with no extradition treaty. Samoa is beautiful. Remember, when Congress calls, don't call them, call us, Whiteshoe & Associates. Remember, Whiteshoe & Associates, we don't get paid unless you get paid. Unless you're the president, then he pays cash up front.
Thank you so much for our sponsor, Whiteshoe & Associates.
A reputable law firm.
Yes. That seemed like they have just one very specific client they're going after. And I hope that's who he hires. All right, we have a very special guest. It's her second time on our show.
Repeat guest,
But she's
we're
doing
good.
so many different things that we could only focus on one last time.
Yep.
And we're going to focus on another one. Please welcome the multi-talented, wonderful human that is Megan Diana. Hello. Hi. You want Jay closer to you?
Okay,
You're
okay.
so far away.
I know, Maggie sandwich.
So it sounded secretive, but your many talents. The first time we had you here was for Piano Push Play.
Yes.
Which
So the pianos that are around town this summer. That's
Yeah, have
me.
you seen the pianos outside in the world?
yeah,
All her.
her organization, you get them donated.
Yeah, we get them painted by artists, new artists every year. We put them in the parks, in the art museum courtyard, the Pioneer Square, all over the city, and then I donate them at the end of the summer.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. So you donate all the pianos, so people have those,
Yeah, we donated one to Abernathy Elementary this summer. We donated to the Emery Apartments. We've donated to the World Forestry Center, to the Children's Museum, to lots of different schools.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we talked a lot about that last time.
Yes, we did.
So now we're going to talk about your whole life as a musician.
Sure.
I mean, not the entirety of it. I mean, the other side of your life, another
Yes.
side.
Yeah.
Well, for today, specifically, Jay went and saw a film you scored today.
Yeah, I scored my first full-length film a couple years ago, but it finally got its premiere at the Portland Film Festival this afternoon, and we went to see it. And it's called Seaside. It was shot at the Oregon coast, and it stars an amazing cast of Broadway character actors and whatnot. But it's actually a straight thriller that I got to write a lot of dark, moody music for, and just use my voice and use my keyboard playing. But yeah, it was really fun.
That's awesome.
For me.
Is the film festival continuing on? Was today the last
Yes,
day?
no, I think it goes through tomorrow. Goes through
Great.
tomorrow.
And where
Yeah.
can people go to see
They can
it?
stream this movie on anywhere you get movies.
And it's called
Seaside.
again?
Seaside.
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 And it was, yeah, it's
Yeah.
filmed around in Seaside, Oregon, the coast.
Yeah,
It's
it-
quite lovely.
It was like a love letter to the director who went to Catlin Gable and is from Oregon, grew up going to the coast. This was his first narrative that he wrote. He's mainly done lots of documentaries and whatnot, but he had this idea for a twisty, dark thriller and wrote it. And
Awesome.
Yeah,
Did it
shot.
surprise you?
I've seen it.
Yes,
hundreds
I
of
imagine
times
you
now because I wrote,
Yes. But did it surprise you, Jay?
There was lots of reveals, lots.
All right.
Lots of
Yes.
reveals.
Yeah, it goes.
The music was really good.
Thank you. I was, yes.
Yes.
I'm
Well,
very
and then
proud.
on the credits, so like you had your latest single, which is on the credits.
Yes, so the whole, the film is mainly, it's instrumental and it's my voice a lot, but at the end of the credits, I kind of wanted to have, because I do write songs with lyrics
Yeah.
in my other life as well, and
Yes.
perform those, I wanted to have a song that was able to imbue with some words and whatnot, and I just released that as a single.
That's great.
So, yeah.
And you play around a lot. You're continuously.
I'm about to leave town. Well, I will have a show. I have a show tomorrow that starts off a tour for the next 4 weeks, all the way down to New Orleans,
So tomorrow's show is at.
the liquor store,
Yeah.
where AC will be trying to take. Yeah.
Yeah. AC will be there too?
I thought, didn't she say that? I think that was.
Oh
the show.
yes,
Or she
but
couldn't
yeah,
show
hers
or
will be in
something.
January. I thought you meant
well,
tomorrow. I get all
it's a good show
excited.
tomorrow.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, good.
I am
Yeah.
excited. And then you're gonna go on tour.
Yes, I'm gonna get in my Toyota Corolla, which is what I tour in, and I'll be driving all the way down the West Coast, going through Arizona, Texas, and going to New Orleans, where I go a lot, and I write and I play a lot, and I'll be there through the end of the year.
But you're from here. You're a.
I'm from here. I moved here in the end of middle school, and should we tell everybody our secret?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were drama school. We were drama partners since we were 14, all 4 years of high school, me and Jay.
Yeah.
Out at,
Applause.
Yay! You guys remember to perform something.
We did a scene from Biloxi Blues. That's what we had to do as freshmen, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Do you remember a couple of those lines?
no.
Oh, I remember that.
I totally wish
But
I
then
had
we also
had
did a
practice
sketch
here.
show. We did a Christmas sketch show when Caitlin Kunkel was the director. So that was kind of.
That was like 15 years. That was when we were adults.
I know, but like.
All right.
We were in. Well, you were in The Sound of Music, and then I was in Fiddler
Oh
on the
yeah,
Roof.
I was a Nazi. Surprise.
Yes.
Can't sing. And so they were like, Colonel Schneider. Okay.
Yeah, and I was for Miss Sarah in Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, you were the ghost wife. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then, but New Orleans, you go to.
I
Just
go
you have a
there,
connection to?
I do have a connection there. So another friend of ours from high school has been there for about a decade, and he's an educator / head of a crew, which I don't know if anybody knows about these crew systems, but it's these big social and pleasure clubs in New Orleans that are in charge of, I mean, some of them have been around for like 100 years, and like the crew of Rex has walked in this parade or have had a float in this party for 100 years or 50 years or
They
something.
throw balls. It's
There
very
are balls, all
extravagant,
this
yeah.
different stuff, but I started going down there, and actually, when I started playing music there, I just had never had such a reaction to performing live music, and it is, and instantly jumping in with musicians and not kind of being nervous about that. Like everybody yeah, it's amazing. And I highly recommend if you really want to go and experience some new things, go to New Orleans. That's
Go to Crescent City. It's great.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Cool. Awesome. And let's talk about TEDx PDX.
Oh.
Before
I
you
did-
go, so you have done one and you're gonna do another
Yeah,
one?
they're releasing the link very soon, but Piano Push Play, my project, was the finale of this year's TEDx Portland. So basically I wheeled out, 3 of our past pianos on the stage and I performed a song of mine, and then we actually had something we always do at our kickoff every summer is we have people that come to the concert, and I've asked about 4 people to come and perform a song, and then the other half of the performers are people that are our audience, and they put their name in the hat, and we pick that throughout the concert. And so at this year's TEDx, our second performer was somebody who just came to the Keller in front of 3,000 people, and put their name in the hat. In the morning they kind of warn people, hey, if you're a piano player and you want to maybe perform a song, just put your name in the hat. And we had a performance draw, and then we had Kyle O'Quinn, who is in Portugal the Man. They painted a piano for me a couple years ago. He came out and performed a beautiful classical piece on the piano that they had painted for me a couple years ago. And that was my whole TEDx experience of getting to talk about how it started and why I keep doing it.
Amazing.
And then also being able to illustrate all the ways that you never know what's going to happen when people are musicians and what.
And you sustain yourself through these 2 lives you've built for
Yeah,
yourself?
I mean, I think any artist, no matter what the medium, music or art or comedy or theater, you have to hustle and patchwork together a life out of a lot of things, and it's
You have to drug Wall Street.
true. I'm a hustler.
Yeah, you are a hustler. You are. It all comes back around.
That's for sure. But I mean,
But it's
yeah.
impressive, and
Aw.
I see how hard you work, and
Thank you.
you're a really impressive person. It's a beautiful life that you've built for yourself. You make beautiful music and get other people to play
Thank
music.
you.
Please give it up
Oh
for
my
Megan
God.
Diane.
Still like she's the best.
She
She's a
is.
keeper.
She is. Fantastic. We have an exciting piece coming up next.
Yeah.
A blast from the past, bringing you a very, very special public service announcement. Please welcome the one, the only, Wilford Brimley.
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this variety show to bring to you an important PSA about vegan tattoo shops. Now you may be asking yourself, Mr. Wilford Brimley, Hollywood icon and oatmeal pitchman, what in the name of white baby Jesus and black Little Mermaid is a vegan tattoo shop? Side note, I pray to both the lily white Christ child and non-Caucasian sea folk because according to Schrodinger's principle of the multiverse, both have an equal probability of existence. Now here's what's what about vegan tattoo shops. Oddly enough, the only rule about vegan tattoo shops is the opposite of the first 2 rules of Fight Clubs. If you have a vegan tattoo, you cannot not talk about your vegan tattoo. See, that's a double negative. You have to talk about it all the time. At every soul-sucking office potluck, you have to hear about Willa's Deathly Hallows neck tattoo. Nobody cares, Willow. And that's not even a real name. That's a motion picture about tiny sorcerers. Back on. Hey, we interrupt this sick burn of Willa to bring to you a musical medical announcement. It's a sing-along. So once you pick it up, go ahead and join in, okay? Okay? All right, I like this guy. Diabetes, diabetes. Diabetes. Oh, I got me diabetes. Everybody now. Diabetes. Yeah, Miss Stacey. Couldn't help but notice you weren't singing along. What's the matter? Are you afraid of joy?
No.
We got one more chance, so get it right and pay the price. Everybody, diabetes, 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 oh my God, bangarang! Dubstep DJ Wilford Brimley just dropped the diabetes. Hey, I gained 50 pounds and put a gallon of white out in my face for that bit, and it paid off. It was the right thing to do. Thank you so much, Late Night Special, for having Wilford Brimley. Back to your record scale program.
It's an honor. It's an honor. Okay, no, I'm good. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. What can you do? What can you do when Wilford Brimley wants to say a few things?
Should I disinfect this whole part of the stage?
There was a lot of spit going on.
Yeah, a lot of spit.
I don't know if he hit anybody up there. Well, we're already nearing the close of our show. We promised some more music.
Beautiful music.
So we're going to have some of that before we go. But before we do, I'm going to mention that there will be CDs that look like this for sale up there on your way out. If you want to get some, pick them up. It's a collection of songs by this one over here, AC Sapphire. Please welcome back AC Sapphire.
Thank you. So we're gonna go from slow rock to regular rock. Slow it down. Yeah, I do have some CDs, and I'd love to keep in touch with everybody. This is really cool. Thank you for having me.
Come back, please.
Okay, this is called Thirsty Willow. Burn a little bit slower, babe. You couldn't burn any brighter. You're hot, babe, and you turn to ash, disintegrate in my hands when I'm trying to love you. There's a thirsty willow at the bottom of the hill, drinking all of the rain, singing songs next to a busy highway, drinking all of the rain. We are tigers face to face. Oh, and I wanna kiss you, but I was nervous and playing with the grass, afraid to ask. So we talked about our friends that had passed. And we cried about our friends that had passed. There's a thirsty willow at the bottom of the hill, drinking all of the rain, singing songs next to a busy highway, drinking all of the rain. Ooh.
slower.